These two brothers were the kings of the island, and it was a very mysterious island. Everything on the island came in pairs, even the sons. There were two of them. A long time ago, the brothers went out to sea to fish, but suddenly they encountered a storm. They were sunk to the bottom of the sea, where the sea gods rescued them and made them the kings of the island. However, the gods commanded that they must never see each other again, and to live on the island, they had to have twins. The island did not allow anything to exist alone. Anything found alone would be thrown into the canyon. But on this day, the Red King was horrified to discover that his queen had given birth to only one daughter. The king was extremely shocked. In order to save his child, he decided to go and beg the gods himself. Along the way, everything he saw reminded him that having only one child was wrong. When he finally reached the temple, he placed his daughter on a leaf on the altar. He then took a sapphire, drew the child's image on it, and prayed to the gods with all his heart, waiting for a miracle. Suddenly, the sapphire turned into a girl, and the king was very happy. However, he accidentally dropped the crystal. The ground began to crack, and the statues came to life. What was even more terrifying was that the gods commanded the king to throw the child into the canyon immediately. Without hesitation, the king took the child and began to run, but he ended up in front of the island's forbidden zone. Yet, for the sake of his child, the king decided to take the risk and go in. The king sped up and charged forward, but at that moment, a beam of light appeared. When he woke up again, he saw a boy in front of him. The king carefully looked around and realized that he had fallen off the bridge. When he looked up, he saw the Blue King. It turned out that the Blue King had also had a son without a twin on the same day. The brothers couldn't believe they were seeing each other again, but the gods were quickly catching up. At that moment, the king noticed the amulet around his neck. They joined the amulets together, and a beam of light appeared. The sea began to churn with huge waves, and the island actually merged into one. The two kings were washed up onto the ground, and the gods were blown away by the tremendous energy. When the sky grew light, there was only one sun in the sky. The brothers decided to rule the kingdom together. The Red King threw away his crown, but the Blue King suddenly changed his mind, and so, they began to argue again.